And welcome to episode 19 of the Screen Age podcast with your host Connor.
And I'm Rodrigo.
I got it right this time. Last week I said season.
You did. You're getting over that that phase
Over that little hump.
of a couple of days.
That was rough. But anyway, we got an issue. 2 issues.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, the 2 issues are TV and movies.
Yeah, and there's nothing.
I know we say this a lot. I know it's like so often we go, look, there's nothing happening in this, but we'll find something to glean. No, there's literally nothing.
No, there's absolutely nothing this week. We went as deep into the news as possible, and nothing, absolutely nothing.
We woke up earlier than usual for. I was dedicated we were to finding something.
Exactly, yeah. We woke up early to look for stuff, and honestly, it's just nothing. Like, usually there's at least one thing where, like, something relatively big happens that you can talk about. This week, there's literally nothing.
Yeah, there's not a whole, like, okay, before we go, like, yeah, there are people being casted to different things, people being uncasted, and like certain shows getting like a bit more news about it and stuff like that, but it's nothing big, and it's things that we kind of assumed. And if any people who've been cast, like, not the biggest in the world, not like you look and go, whoa, that's cool, you kind of look and go, all right, cool, let's see how they do. So,
yeah, exactly.
It's not about games.
Yeah, this week is video game week anyway.
Yeah. We also want this to be some form of like superhero detox, so we don't really want to talk about too many things superhero based.
We'll try and avoid it, but it'll be hard to avoid.
It'll be really hard. We might make a brief mention of one or two things, but oh god, this is. Before we go any further, we have no idea what the hell we're going to do for TV and movies. We're just going to run with it.
Yeah, we're going to go with it, and hopefully it'll be entertaining.
Oh, Jesus. let's get the games for as long as we can, okay?
Yeah, we'll try.
We'll try our best.
So, are we doing games first?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just keep this long. Let's get this going as long as we can.
Okay. I'll go first. We'll stick with COD for literally 5 minutes, and then we'll move on.
Okay. Is this an issue you have, or?
Oh no, there's a new hack.
Oh, fucking brilliant!
Have you seen
it
it?
is technically no. What is this one?
I've seen it. This one's actually like, it's relatively annoying, but like it's not the worst either. So hackers somehow managed to find a way that in the middle of the game they can end the game, right? And it'll show everyone like a final kill cam, and then everyone is awarded a win.
Oh, this is the best hack I've ever heard of.
Yeah, and that's why it's bittersweet, because it's bitter because you might be doing really well and then it ends and you're like, oh, I kind of wish I earned that win, or I want to see how many more kills I would get. But it's also sweet because you get a win.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so weird because people are just playing and then suddenly it just starts to it just kind of like freezes, and then it shows a final kill cam, and then it's just like first. For everyone gets a first place, and it comes up as in your wins and everything.
That's incredible. Why the hell can't we get those lobbies? Why do we always get ones with like esports players in them and shit like that? We can't get the ones with hackers that end games and give free wins to everyone. What the fuck?
Yeah, give me a free win. Like, I don't need them, but it'll definitely boost my confidence.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's like, and yeah, that's the only hack at the moment anyway.
At the moment.
Also, they're kind of moving forward with their demolishment of the map. I don't know if you noticed that the zombies are no longer just on the ship; they're in prison now.
Yeah, and I think they're like actually moving around though, aren't they? Because they were in the gulag at one point.
Were they?
Yeah, apparently on like, I think it was the one night we didn't play was Warzone's 1 year like anniversary.
Okay.
And has it come up yet? It might.
I think it has. Yeah.
I think it definitely has come up, but yeah, they're actually in the gulag.
Okay.
But I don't really know how it worked.
Yeah, neither do I. But like, if you go to one of those bunkers around the new ones where the hole opened up with a nuke inside.
Hmm.
There's like a screen with a percentage sign, and at the update it was on 5%. Now it's on like it went up a little bit more. So I think every week or every 2 weeks they're going to like move on to a different spot till it is like the whole map. And
Oh,
on
yeah, the zombies.
yeah, the zombies, yeah. And then April 22nd they're gonna nuke it, and the new map will come out.
Yeah, so this is going to be my one little reservation with this. Is it going to be that the zombies are expanding from one place and out and like infecting the entire place? Because it's are they still at the ship? Is what I'll ask. Are they at the
Um,
ship and prison, or are they just at prison?
I don't think they're at the ship anymore.
Okay,
I don't
that's
think so,
fine.
but they could be. Um,
Yeah,
because I want to say no. I want to say they're not at the ship anymore.
yeah,
I think they're just in prison now.
yeah. Because if they do a whole thing where the zombies are expanding out and like infecting the entirety of the map slowly but surely,
Yeah.
I feel like people who just want to play Warzone are going to be in a bit of are going to get a bit of hassle from just having to deal with zombies and people if they're everywhere at the towards the end of the map. If it's like
Yeah.
half midway point, half the map is infected by them and they're everywhere, and you land, there's just a zombie that can kill you. People will get fucked off with that. But if they make it like a different game mode as like infection, not infection, but like outbreak or something like that, that's already a thing where like the zombies are there and they're getting more and more, and that's like the kind of like a special thing for the map to be nuked or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But if it's a thing where the zombies are always going to be there in basic gameplay, that might get annoying if they're expanding outwards.
Yeah. 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 It would get annoying. Like it would be cool for like maybe the first two games because you're like, oh, I need to make sure that there's no zombies here. But then after that,
Mm.
you'd kind of be like, we just stop? Like,
Yeah,
can I just play without having a zombie beat the shit out of me after someone sniped me?
yeah. I wouldn't mind having like a battle royale mode with zombies and people in it, but as long as it's a mode, as long as it's like,
Yeah, you're choosing to play that. Yeah,
yeah, I don't want to be forced to play it. Now,
exactly.
I am
Yeah,
seeing one slightly worrying thing, and I know we're staying on COD a little longer than I wanted to, but it is such a big thing at the moment. But I'm seeing the phrase "make way for a Black Ops Cold War inspired map," and I think it might be a stupid question for me to ask because of what game Warzone is linked with, but it's definitely sticking with with Modern Warfare style gameplay, right? Not Cold War
yes, it'll still be Modern Warfare um,
mechanics.
mechanics. Yeah. The
That's
the
fine.
only thing is, have you played Ground War on Cold War? There's like four maps.
I have tried
It's
to.
four maps. There's like a snowy one, there's like a jungle one, a city one,
Yeah.
and a suburban one, and they'll just be those four maps put together with a
Okay.
bit more, obviously.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Modern Warfare. Like Modern Warfare
Yeah.
had like Superstore, and then they had like other maps, like Boneyard and stuff, and then Warzone came out and it was just all kind of blended into one big map.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
what
it's
they're
pretty
doing
cool.
with that. It'd be a nice change of
Mm.
scenery.
It
To have
would,
a
and
new
that's kind of
map.
our main thing.
Yeah, it'll be tough though, because all those people that have been playing those maps will know, all the good spots and stuff like that. So while we're trying to learn, they already know where all the stuff is.
Yeah, I'd say a different feel in game mechanics though will be a good balance for that because again, Cold War is such a different feel for it that if you try to pack in a Cold War tactic into a Modern Warfare style
Yeah.
game, it's not going to work.
No, no, no. And if they do somehow manage to put Cold War mechanics instead of Modern Warfare mechanics, it'll ruin
Oh
Warzone.
yeah,
It
yeah, I
will,
probably
and
won't play it.
yeah, and I don't think they will because it is a Modern Warfare like game mode.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
thing. And so many people love the feel of the game. Like, yeah, this is probably something we said before, but I was gonna say it again. We did jump the gun saying how
mm,
fun Black Ops was, and then we also said about how quickly you can get killed and stuff like that. But it's and people did the same thing. They were always complaining about how quickly you can die and stuff like that. And then this happened, and now people are loving the gruff, slower tactical feel of the game.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah. Like the Cold War way of like, it feels faster paced and like longer death time to kill and stuff would be grand in a game like Black Ops 3 where you can like fucking float and fly and shit. But in a game like just normal modern day game, it doesn't feel right. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I'll always maintain it's not a console game. If you're playing it on console, I feel like you're gonna have a much harder time playing that game. I should know because I play it on console and I have a hard time playing it. Then I play it on PC. I'm like, this is so much easier. It feels like the game's bred for PC gaming. Cold
Yeah.
what that is. Just making sure.
Yeah, it probably is. It's been disappointing.
Yeah.
To say the least. But I wonder now, like, they're gonna destroy this map. They're gonna have a new map coming out literally the end of April, so practically May. And then it'll be May, June, July, August, September, and then there'll be a new COD.
Yeah.
So is that new COD also gonna be tied in to Warzone, or are they just gonna have a COD separate to Warzone? Like, are they gonna?
I would say this is going to be a separate because it's World War II.
Is that official though?
I don't know if it's 100% official, but I definitely saw a very convincing post saying that it's most likely going to be set in World War II.
And
all I can
that'll
say is,
be
can you
disappointing.
fucking stop?
Yeah, can you just stop? Stick to modern day. Just stick to modern day. Give me the sights, the attack lasers, all that shit. Don't send me back to
Yeah, so I hope what I saw was
prehistoric.
wrong. Yeah, I hope what I saw was wrong. I hope what I saw was just like a rumor or something like that, and it actually is going to be in modern day times, or at least like, yeah, because I would have thought, because it's Sledgehammer, isn't it? It's Sledgehammer and
Raven.
No, Ravensoft or some shit like that.
Yeah,
I can't
Raven.
remember, but
yeah, something.
I know Raven something also did Modern Warfare, but I think that's just more so the engine that they're using. But Sledgehammer made World War II,
Yeah.
and here we are.
So Activision has officially confirmed during their investor call on February that there will be a new COD this year, and the 2021 title will run parallel to Warzone. Whatever that means.
So not this is the one. This is the one phrase that always confuses me. Not a part of it, right?
Like parallel. Okay, so that would mean not World War II. Okay.
I would guess.
I would guess, right? Now parallel, that could mean in the same universe, but not not together. Like you said, they're separate. That's what I would get from it, I guess.
I have no idea.
I don't know, but as long as it's not World War II.
Yeah.
As long as it's not World War II, we're okay.
We're good then. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it modern day.
I'm just looking forward to when these new weapons come out, like like the SMG, the LMG, and the pistol that was found in like the source code and the test servers, and even in like when we were playing, we found the SMG and the LMG. God damn, I can't wait for the LMG to come into play.
Yeah.
Those are Modern Warfare weapons, so whatever this new COD's going to be, I have a weird feeling and a hope that it's going to be like, okay, the main like campaign and story is going to be within that game, but we're going to merge like a multiplayer or some shit like that with Modern Warfare or something.
Yeah.
And like add more weapons into into Modern Warfare and add more maps into Modern Warfare, which you still have access to this other game. I don't know, but the fact that they're adding in more weapons and a decent few, like that's 3 new weapons is a good bit.
Yeah, that's a good few weapons, especially because the ground loot has been poor. So like when they release them, if they're gonna have those 2 or 3 weapons added into floor loot, then that'll make the floor loot a lot better than it already is.
Floor loot is shit
at the moment. It's shocking, absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Now I think we've tripled our stay here with Call of Duty for what we wanted. Oh, it's an issue. We don't have anything else to talk about on the other 2 things, but we have a good few other things to chat about.
Yeah. Like
Christ,
what?
like,
You go.
I just want to talk about Valheim for a second, and there's some of the crazy shit people are pulling off in that game.
Yeah.
Like,
Like what?
it's just a third-person survival that's kind of set around this kind of like Viking or at least medieval style of hardcore survival game, but people are literally just going insane. I'm trying to find the one thing that blew my mind, but someone reconstructed Thomas the Tank Engine by placing the decapitated head of an ogre, which is blue, mind you, on the front of this thing and riding it around. I'm like, what the fuck? That's incredible. But another thing that I'm currently staring at is a player has recreated Notre Dame Cathedral in a remarkable feat of Viking architectural engineering. Someone has built Notre Dame in this game, and I can only say one thing: thing looks fucking amazing.
Some people are just so skilled. Like,
So incredibly skilled.
I'd play a game and I'd be like, damn, I'm good. And then I see that and I'm like, man, I'm trash.
Yeah.
Like,
No matter what.
That's just impressive. It's like those Minecraft videos of people like
Yeah.
recreating like cities, and that fella that made the whole GTA 5 map in Minecraft.
Have you seen the one that they recreated the entire Lord of the Rings world?
No, I say that's
That's
insane.
incredible.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a guy that's currently like recreating the whole world.
Yeah.
Like he's got like a bunch of cities done already. That's insane. That's
it's
just
mad.
time, dedication, and just skill. Just skill. It's
Yeah.
so impressive. So
And
impressive.
Yeah, the incredible thing about those type of things as well is if they're big enough, if they're outlandish enough, and if they're just crazy enough, as soon as someone gets word of it, people are going to share that. People are going to that's going to gain
yeah.
so much.
So much
So there's
traction.
so you're not just doing it for yourself and you're just like, oh yeah, here it is, and then just popping it out every now and again. It's like literally people are going to follow that, and there's going to be an entire like community base set around that.
Exactly, yeah. Like they'll start watching like YouTubers that play it, that do crazy shit like that, and
Yeah.
Twitch streamers will start playing it, and then it'll just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna start playing it and start doing this shit as well. And it's just gonna become huge. Well, it has the potential to be huge anyway, if you can do all this crazy shit.
Yeah, I just say the name of the person who did it. It just says a Valheim player. It's from a Reddit user, GIPV. But by God, I'm just looking at some of these things. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Oops,
it
I
is.
actually open up Reddit.
It's really impressive. Like
Yeah, it
that's
looks like this
really
guy.
cool.
Oh my God! I even I know it's just the outside picture so far, and I wonder if they're going to do like an interior thing. But they probably will. It's garnered so much attention, but it just looks so good. I
Yeah, I'm
always
not a
love
big
seeing
fan
it.
of
You're
the
dead right.
graphics.
Oh no, because it's a third person. Like
Yeah. Like if you look at the screenshots, you're like, this game came out like 10 years ago.
oh yeah, no, it came out like a few months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like this. That's probably one of the better examples of games. Doesn't like it's like graphics aren't the main thing of games.
Yeah, you don't need to have the best graphics.
Graphics. Got the H there.
Yeah. The great graphics to have a good game. Like obviously it would help. It would make it look better, whatever, all that jazz. But you don't necessarily need it to have a good game.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Now,
they're
actually,
just
going
proving
from something like you're not needing good graphics for a good game, which is fine. For that'll help with a good game. The developer not making shitty decisions with a game to make it a good game. We're gonna go over to Bethesda for a second, because
Yes.
not even for a second, for a huge few minutes, because a lot has happened.
for a huge second. Yeah, massive week for
Massive.
Bethesda and Xbox.
And yes,
Massive. So Bethesda announced that they're completely exclusive to Xbox.
it's still shrouded in a lot of mystery. Now the deal is done, and Xbox now own Bethesda, so they're definitely part of the Xbox family and Microsoft family.
Yeah, and all the games are coming to Game Pass.
a load of games, like pretty much all of them, all Bethesda games are coming to Game Pass, and we're still trying to figure out what games are going to be exclusive and what games are not going to be exclusive.
Yeah, I think is there one game that like PlayStation is like mainly developing or something with Bethesda?
Deathloop.
Yeah, and I think Bethesda have said that PS will get that game. Like they're not going to lose that. Have it. What?
Xbox will still have Deathloop.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, I'm not saying
just
that.
After
like,
PS5.
Yeah, they will get it. They're just gonna live up to their end of the deal.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah. That just shows a bit of class.
Yeah. Now we were discussing this a little bit last night, and I want to rehash what we were saying, which is like, okay, a lot of people are going to see the name Bethesda, and the people who actually like their games and people who are actually like gaming more so are going to look at this and go, cool, this is going to be awesome. We're going to have Bethesda come up to work with Xbox, and they're going to have their studios, their equipment, all this type of stuff. Like, people are going to be genuinely excited. Then there's going to be those other people, that group of people who just hate Bethesda because of one game, and that's Fallout 76.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they completely forget what Bethesda has done.
Yeah.
Like, they have so many great games, and unfortunately that's what kind of happens with people. They kind of forget what you've done.
Yeah.
Just because you had one bad game. Like, they had Skyrim. They had Fallout 4. I mean, some people didn't like Fallout 4, but that game is good. Yeah, you know,
that game is good.
You can't say that game is not good. Like, I don't like Fallout games. I personally just don't like them. But I know when a good game is good. Like, you know, like Fallout 3. I mean.
Fallout New Vegas. Well, like we could just sit here and name the Fallout games for next while. We actually have named all the Fallout games that they've worked on. But
Dishonored. Like, that's
you have Dishonored. Doom. Like, how can we go this far? Doom.
Prey is good.
Prey is good. It's underrated. Prey is good though.
Yeah, the Evil Within, like that game.
Yeah.
The Wolfenstein series. Okay, not all of them are great, but I mean, they're pretty good.
Yeah, like the main two are good. The second,
exactly.
that weird like Youngblood thing. Yeah, it's not meant to be a triple. It's not meant to be one of the main titles of the game. It's meant to be another game that you can play to get a part of it. So people can stop fucking whinging about that game as well.
Exactly. Yeah, like we just named out a bunch of their games that are absolutely brilliant. But all you ever hear about when people are talking about Bethesda is, Fallout 76 was bad.
Yeah.
And you're like, are you serious?
Now, I'm going to be real. I played Fallout 76 at the beginning, and I was like, yeah, this game is shit. Yeah, this is not that great. Things were broken in it was glitchy, things were lagging out, and all. I could go on for ages, and everyone knows about it. But this is the thing. They still worked on it. That game is actually really good now, because I started playing it, not recently now, it was about, it was during the summer of 2020, I want to say, I think it was. Like, I was playing it through that, and it was just unreal again. It was brilliant. It was actually good because it didn't glitch as much. Everything was just working pretty well. But people are like, and that's what I like to see in comment sections about Fallout 76 is people turn around and saying, oh, it's actually good now, you should try it. You should actually give it a go because they have an update. And a fair amount of comments of people hating it will go, okay, I might. And then there's too many that say, no, it's a trash game. I'm like, just fuck it off and go and actually play it.
Yeah.
But the other game, before I go off 76, I will admit, the biggest punch to the balls was that subscription service where we were supposed to get actual NPCs in the game, and we're supposed to get a bit more of a story in it, and instead they brought a subscription service that completely fucked over players. Yes, that was the biggest issue I've ever seen in that game. I have many games, and we had Star Wars Battlefront 2 happen.
And in fairness, that game came out during that period of time where people were doing, all those loot boxes and subscriptions and stuff like that. So, I mean, they weren't the only ones out there doing it. They were kind of just following the trend, and obviously that trend ended fairly fast.
Oh, very.
Uh, so, but yeah, you can't hold a whole company based on one game. You know.
Okay, people are gonna say ESO. They're gonna say Elder Scrolls Online. At the beginning, that game was also pretty bad. And now look at it. The thing is fucking amazing.
ESO.
ESO, yeah, Elder Scrolls
Yeah,
Online.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That game's amazing. And
Mm.
now that they're exclusive to Xbox, and like their next game most likely to come out will be like Skyrim or something big, and it'll just be exclusive to Xbox. They're gonna put a lot of work into this and make sure that it is 100%,
Yeah,
perfect. Like,
yeah. Oh, here's hope. I just hope it looks good. That's all. Like, it's one of the things where I'm like, okay, graphics don't make a game. I don't want a Skyrim game that looks like ESO. ESO is good graphic wise because it is an MMORPG. Like
hmm.
those games have a lot to render and stuff like that. So hampering like or like toning down the graphics quality will save a lot of PCs, like just normal PCs, a lot of hassle trying to run the game. So that's grand. But if this is like Elder Scrolls 6 looks like that, I will be a bit disappointed because I love the grittier, realistic looking aspect of Skyrim.
Yeah, and I think they will.
I think they will too.
I think they will go back to that. Especially because it most likely will just be an RPG, not online,
Yeah.
and maybe in the future have an online aspect to it. But yeah, I think they will go back to that great graphics, gritty, realistic look to the
Mm.
game. I think yeah, I think they will,
Yeah, I think they will as well.
especially now, um, with their link up with Xbox.
Yes.
They're gonna want to get that game right, especially because it's such a big title.
It's huge, yeah. And they'll want to make up for it. And look, if they manage to pull off like a similar game, what the fuck is playing in my eardrums?
What?
I don't know, an ad just blew out my eardrums. Thank you, Virgin Media. What the fuck? But if they could pull off just a game like Skyrim again, just a single player. No, okay, this is what I'll say. If they could pull off a game like Skyrim mechanics, right? They have the Skyrim's mechanics in that game, the feel and look of it, with the story that's similar to the like drama and just expanse of Oblivion. Because I'll always maintain Oblivion has a much better story than Skyrim, but Skyrim is just so much better built. If you could just
Yeah,
merge them and just have this incredible story and incredible graphics, fuck yeah. But if you combine it with a shit story and not that great graphics, oh
oh boy, this is not gonna be good.
no, oh his sneeze coming. No, it ran.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a huge step for Xbox.
mm,
Exclusivity. Like, okay, Bethesda might not be the biggest out there. If you know, you could take that. I guess you can say that. I wouldn't say
mm.
that, but
I
you
wouldn't say
could.
that at all. No.
I personally wouldn't say that, but you could say that they're not like massive or whatever. But that's big, you know. Like,
Yeah.
to only have Skyrim on Xbox, that's gonna hurt a lot of PS,
And
especially because
Switch.
and Switch, and Wii.
No, he's gone. Sadly.
But like, that's gonna hurt a lot of people that have been waiting since Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, for the new Skyrim 6 to come out. It's gonna hurt them because they probably got the PS5 and were like, yes, Elder Scrolls on this is gonna be amazing, and it's just never gonna come for them
Mm.
because if Xbox turn around and make that not an exclusive, they messed up,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
big time. They have to make that an exclusive. You cannot let that one be for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, going from yeah, 'cause, yeah, it's pretty much all there is to this thing. So we'll move on from um, Bethesda and Microsoft, unless you have anything else to add to it.
No, I think that was it. I think we covered it.
Yeah. Just a brief mention to something that is being released is we're finally getting a DLC for it's the Outer Worlds. Yeah, Outer Worlds, which you probably haven't played that.
No, I haven't. No.
So the Outer Worlds is a game that was. This is something I found really funny. Actually, yeah, no, this is stick on topic. The Outer Worlds is an RPG made by Obsidian, and like Obsidian were the people who made. It was Fallout New Vegas. I don't know if they did. I think they might have helped a bit on 3, but they were like one of the main driving factors of Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is seen as one of the biggest games going.
Yeah.
And when Obsidian came out and said, "Oh yeah, we're making an RPG," loads of people jumped on the whole bandwagon of, "Oh, they're gonna make a better game than Bethesda did." They're gonna make they're the rightful owners of the Fallout game, stuff like that. They're gonna do absolutely brilliant. It's like, yeah, it's great. Obsidian are still a part of Bethesda. People do know this.
Yeah, it's like Activision and Treyarch. You know,
Yeah.
Activision's like the head, but Treyarch is like a sub company in Activision. It's the same. Like they own they own them. They're just kind of separate but together. If that makes sense.
Yeah, they're game studios owned by Bethesda. So when loads of people go, "Oh, they're going to do a much better job than Bethesda," and people are like, "Oh, they're hitting back on Bethesda for making a really bad game," it's like, cool. They do know they can do that because they're still technically part of Bethesda.
You do know they are Bethesda, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. See, people are dumb though. People just complain for the sake of complaining without even like looking up. Like, how could you say something like that and not even know? Like, how could you complain about Bethesda without knowing about Bethesda?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You know. Look, they'll come out with a game now and it'll be an absolute banger, and people will just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, here's hoping anyway.
Yeah, because it started off as like a more legitimate, like they started off as their own separate thing for a while, and like Obsidian Entertainment, and like they were their own kind of franchise, and Bethesda like licensed out the franchise to them, but like it's like they're still owned now by like both of them. I think are owned by yeah, their parent is Xbox Game Studio, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's the exact same thing. So I don't like. That's what I'm saying. Like Obsidian makes some fucking unreal games as well. They've made Fallout New Vegas, Dungeon Siege 3, South Park: The Stick of Truth, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Come on, oh 2.
I mean, yeah. What can I say? I think we covered that anyway.
And there's one slight thing that makes me look a little bit happy and be quite excited.
What's that?
I'll cut out that loud silence because I would assume you were just waiting for me to say what I was going to say. Sims 5.
Sims 5. Man, they keep going with them.
They keep going with them, and they're like, it's becoming up to my annual 3 months of binge playing Sims 3 and then stop playing it for another year. But this Sims 5 seems to be getting multiplayer.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Now, see, okay, so apparently Sims has been Sims 5 has been mentioned a few times in the past while. It's gone completely under my radar for some reason, but it's supposedly competitive multiplayer, right?
Competitive multiplayer.
Competitive multiplayer. Now I would assume that's like
mini games and stuff like that.
You're in a game with them, and it's just getting better. Like it's not like you can. It's kind of difficult to explain what I think it's going to be. But I'd say it's like you're just in the same world of people, but you can like live beside each other, not as like in the same house unless you marry each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know much about this multiplayer thing, but if there's online multiplayer in this game, we're getting it.
Oh, 100%. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Because
it'd be incredible
Sims is really fun alone, but when you're playing it with
with
people,
other
it is
people.
so much more fun. So
Oh
now
my god.
imagine not having to be in the same room to play Sims together.
Yeah.
Just play whenever you want online. That'll be amazing.
Oh, it'd be great. And look, okay. Um, it's EA. There's gonna be a shit ton of DLC
Oh yeah,
Sims 4 has, but if this multiplayer is just as good as I think it is, if it's just like what local multiplayer was like in Sims 2, because Sims 2 was the best Sims, and you can fight me for that one, because it was the best one on PC, because it's just so like extraordinary at the time. It was brilliant. It's also really good on console because you could pretty much live your own life in like third person. It was a shame that they stopped doing that. You could literally walk your character around the place. It was so good. I love that game when I was so young. I still do. I'd still play it now. So if they can just bring in multiplayer to this extreme game,
yeah.
my God.
It'll just be. It'll just be amazing. It'll just be so much
Oh,
fun. It'll just
it'd
be
be
so
incredible.
so much fun.
Trying to fight for job listings and fight for like a partner to marry and stuff
Yeah,
like that. That'd be
imagine.
great.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. Like you can sue each other. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd just be amazing. Like that, we played Sims 4, was it? With
4.
with our two other friends, and it was just the funniest shit we've ever done. Like we created each other on Sims, and then just kind of let them play out. And obviously we controlled it. Obviously, otherwise Sims just kind of stand there. It was so much fun though.
Oh
It
yeah.
was so much.
So being able to
We
do that.
we accidentally killed one of them. Remember we
No,
burned Josh?
no. We accidentally killed me in
Was it
the
you?
first 20 minutes. Yeah, because for some reason my cooking level was so low that when I went to go and make a grilled cheese, I caught fire and no one decided to do anything about it.
Yeah, you just
That's
burned
exactly
and
what happened.
died. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, we just didn't know how to put out the fire,
We didn't
and
have a fucking fire extinguisher.
yeah, we just didn't know how to do it. So your guy kind of just stood there and just just burned to
Yeah,
death, and it
I
came
don't
up
know
like
how to
Connor died. I was like, what do we do now?
Yeah, I don't know how to press my card. Oh, we like reloaded the save just before it happened, and I got him to go the fuck away from that from that stove. I think I got
Yeah.
rid of it and fixed it, and then made him go and eat. But I just if we get that game on multiplayer, that's us set for like finding another game to play as well.
Oh yeah, that'll keep you going for so long.
Yeah, and
Whenever
EA
you're
as
just
well.
like, I don't really know how to play. Let's just go let's just play Sims. Chill
Yeah.
game.
And look, we're on Xbox as well. We got Game Pass. EA Play will give us a discount for it, or at least we'll get like a 10-hour free trial if it's multiplayer.
Yeah, we get 10 hour free trial if it's multiplayer, and then a discount, or we can wait a year to get it for free, which we're not
Like-
waiting a year.
No, not for Sims 5.
Like if they give us a 10-hour playing time and we use it and it's pretty good, then I'll buy it. But
Yeah.
if it's if it's not great, I might wait or whatever.
Yeah, give it the time to develop and.
Yeah, exactly. But oh man, I just want to play Sims though.
Yeah, I haven't installed on the Xbox, so I might play that at some point. Oh, brilliant.
That could be a fun game you can play with your roommates.
Could be, yeah. Probably, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think that's
Sims.
Sims. Yeah. I don't want to say the next statement I'm about to say, but I think that's all for video games.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
It's a shame. Now we move on to. Don't know the fuck what we're moving on to.
Yeah, so this is it.
Thanks for listening.
No. We'll find something.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess guess we'll do movies. I guess.
I guess we could just talk about both of them at the same time.
Same time. Okay. Okay. Have you
Yeah.
watched anything recently that kind of was like awesome or something? Or kind
Now,
of
do
just
you mean awesome good?
Like-
or
like awesome, like that you watched and it was like, damn, that was unexpectedly good, or you watched something and it was like, man, that was absolute garbage.
We watched a few things actually. We'll talk about the shows and stuff that we'll watch at the moment. It's a bit of a cop out from what we have at the moment.
Yeah.
I actually, as a new movie that I haven't seen before, I watched that Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah,
Haven't
it's like a
seen
rom com and stuff like that.
That's good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty funny, and it's actually like, I went into it knowing it was decent. I think my parents watched it and they weren't like great fans of it. I was like, okay, it's a modern rom com. I don't know how well it would hold up to, I don't say older standards, because like my parents do love movies, and especially a lot of the older ones. So I don't know if it would really be their type of thing. But as like a more of a modern audience, yeah, it's a good crack. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I say it has a lot of current jokes and stuff like that. Does it?
Admittedly, not really.
No?
No, there's not a whole lot of like current day references to things that happen nowadays. It's just kind of, it's just funny in its own merit type of thing.
Okay.
I would suggest watching it. If you're in any way into rom coms, I would suggest watching it.
Okay. Yeah. I've never even heard of it, so yeah.
I'm surprised because it came out in 2018 and it was pretty big back in 2018.
Oh, it got pretty good on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, in fairness, it did pretty well for itself.
Yeah, it did. 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Deserving, I would say. It was
They
pretty
made a
good.
lot of money.
They did make a lot of money.
Like their budget was 30 million, and they got 238 million.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
made 200 million profit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, they did well.
What's
for
really
themselves.
funny is you'll watch that movie and you'll go 30 million. That like, how much did they pay the fucking actors?
Sense.
Yeah, like absolutely the entire. I'm not gonna. Like, if you want to watch it, I won't say anything about it. Real, like it's not a whole lot of spoilers, I guess, but I won't say too much about it. But the amount of just expensive items in that entire movie, no matter if they're fake, the amount of Lamborghinis they had to rent, the amount of like posh spas that they had thank you, that they had to book and rent for that movie. It just makes me think, if they spent 30 million on it, how much do those poor actors get? And there's not a small cast. There's a decently sized cast in that.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, they did it right. In fairness, they went in, they made their money and they left.
Yeah. Luckily there hasn't been a second one just yet.
I mean, just wait.
I know. Now you hit me with one. What have you been watching? Because I have plenty of things I've watched.
I mean, I think the main actress on it made 800,000
Oh,
to $1 million, so it wasn't too bad either.
no.
That's pretty decent.
But anyways,
I say not too bad. Like if I had $1 million lying around, you know.
yeah, one day.
But in fairness, for acting, it's not a lot, but it is a lot, you know.
Anyway, hit me what you've watched.
What have I watched? It's a good question.
I have plenty of things if you're stuck. Don't worry.
I watched a movie the other day. What was it called? It's your one. It's your one from The Office. Kelly. She's in it. One sec. I'll get the movie up now. I completely forgot the name. It's on Netflix, and it's about this this girl in. She goes into like the TV show, like the. What's the word? Give me the word.
Know. What word?
Like she works
Sitcom?
behind the scenes in like a talk show, like a Jimmy Kimmel show or something like that.
Agent? Manager?
No, it's called Late Night.
Late Night. Never heard of it.
It's with your one as well.
Rashida
Man,
Jones?
I'm bad at this. What's her name?
Yeah, I thought. Okay, Late Night.
Late Night, yeah.
I got you. I can help you out with this.
You got me.
Oh, her.
Yeah, Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson.
She's the
yeah,
one from
not.
Sex Ed, the mother in Sex Ed, I think. Is that her? Yeah, it is. Is it?
Emma Thompson.
Yeah. Is it?
No, I don't. Is she? She's on Sex Ed, is she?
Is she not the mom?
I don't know. I haven't watched Sex Ed. You have?
Oh wait, maybe I'm looking at the wrong person here.
Yeah, I think you are. Emma Thompson isn't in Sex Ed.
Ah, look, it doesn't matter, right?
Okay, the movie at least.
Yeah, the movie was about this girl that she's hired as an intern to work at a late night talk show, and your one in it is like very old fashioned, and like her like talk shows about like very serious matters like politics and stuff like that, but her ratings are going down. And then she
Okay.
you know, she comes in along and she's like the energetic young like vibrant thing that they required for the show, and she's the girl that does the talk show just refuses to change. She just wants to be the old fashioned rigid, but her show's being she's been replaced, and so she kind of has to change her ways. It reminds me a lot of like Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Oh,
That he's very like he's very stubborn and doesn't want to listen to anything. So that's kind of what it is. And in fairness, when I watched it, when I was told we were gonna watch it, I was like, okay. It was actually pretty decent. It was actually pretty good. It's a good watch. It's funny. It's a pretty decent watch, in fairness. It was good crack. Good crack. Yeah, I think that's
it. That's all you got
for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we actually another film that I actually watched. I don't know if I said it to you or not. I meant to. Is I watched that. Oh, what the fuck's it called? It's with Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart. And Bryan Cranston's the quadriplegic.
Oh, you watched that? What's it called?
Yeah. Oh, what is it called?
It's like
The Upside.
The Upside or something like that. Yeah.
God, I thought I had that in my head. I was like, I know what this movie is.
The Upside. Yeah, The Upside.
The Upside. Yeah, it is The Upside. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. I'm not a huge. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Kevin Hart, and like we've said in the past, like he just kind of plays the same thing over and over again. He did to an extent in this, though he played it well. In fairness, I can't say he was bad. He was bad, and he was really good in it. But fucking Bryan Cranston.
That man is just. He's a great actor.
My God, he's definitely one of like the most underrated ones. He's absolutely
insanely
fantastic.
Underrated. Oh yeah, 100%. He's great in it. Great. Like you said, Kevin Hart is good in it, but Bryan Cranston is just
on another level.
Yeah, he is. He's on a different level.
He's just.
I mean, the man is so underrated. This show, this man has so many great things, and it just really flies under the radar.
Yeah,
he really does fly under the radar.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm just looking through some of the movies that he's been nominated for one Oscar, and he has like 57 wins and other things, and 98 nominations and stuff like that. He's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Like obviously he's been Breaking Bad. Everyone knows Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Argo.
You know, I wouldn't say that's what like started his career, but that's kind of what like propelled him into being massive.
Yeah, even bigger because like he was pretty big for Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, exactly. He's big in Malcolm in the Middle, but Breaking Bad kind of just shot him up that extra tier of like, celebrity or whatever. He's actually in a new show. Your Honor. Have you heard of that? Yeah,
I've seen a trailer for it yesterday.
He is phenomenal in it.
I saw a trailer for like 5 seconds. All I wanted to see was just him. I just wanted to see him.
Yeah, and apparently he is amazing in it, and he just steals the show like always. But apparently he's just so good in it.
Yeah. I need to actually see if I can. What's it called again? Your Honor.
Your Honor, yeah.
I want to see if I could. If there's a place to watch it for us, because I think it's only.
I think it's only like Now TV or something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it is available over here, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think only on Now TV. Um,
Yeah, everyone's saying, like, the actual story may not be great, is what people were saying, but everyone's just talking about how good Bryan Cranston is.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, Now TV is the only way you can watch it. Or Sky or Now TV. But
Sky
yeah,
or Now
apparently
TV,
he's
yeah.
just amazing, and I'm a big Bryan Cranston fan. Big fan of his, of all his work. To be honest, he's just great in. I won't say everything he does, because no one's great in everything they do, but he's
Yeah.
pretty good in a lot of his work. I didn't know he was in Godzilla.
Oh yeah, he was one of the best things in that film.
Is that the one with Millie Bobby Brown, or is that the other one?
It was the one that led on to the movie with Millie Bobby Brown in it. It was the one with
Elizabeth
what was his
Olsen
name?
is in this?
Yep. Also
Andy
Taylor
Serkis?
Johnson. Andy Serkis, yeah. Have you not watched the first Godzilla movie?
I'm sure I have. I just don't. I didn't recognize any of them.
Watch it again. The first one's good.
Damn, might have to. Wow, I didn't. That's a big cast.
It's a pretty decent cast, yeah.
Or have I seen this?
You must have seen it.
Part of me's telling me I haven't seen this.
It's one of the better monster movies out there for the past good long while.
I'm sure I have, but it's a long time ago.
No, go watch it sometime.
But yeah, Bryan Cranston, what a guy.
Absolutely, and the upside again, it's a nice, good kind of feel good movie, and it's a good bit of emotion, and he's just fantastic in it. He's absolutely brilliant. So
Yeah.
it's worth the watch. It may not be as good as the original French movie. I don't know. I haven't really seen it. But it is just good.
It's practically shot for shot remake.
That's from what I heard. Yeah.
It's like, obviously it's not, because there is some things that aren't in one and aren't in the other, but it's practically a shot for shot. Like that scene where he like fakes having rabies or something when they were speeding. Like
No,
that.
yeah, seizure.
That's literally how the other one starts as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's great. It's a great, like, one-time watch, like, feel-good film. I wouldn't necessarily say it's groundbreaking.
No, but again, just watch it. Just watch for Bryan Cranston if you want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
And Nicole Kidman. I like Nicole Kidman in it as well. She played his agent.
Yeah, and that's one of Kevin Hart's better performances.
It is. I can't say it isn't. Again, I'm not a huge fan of him because he usually plays the same character, but he was good in this.
Yeah, because, I mean, he usually plays Kevin Hart, you know?
Yeah.
He's usually just himself. But in this one, he does... Obviously, he is, like, the comedic relief of the film. But he does have a very serious role in it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is serious. But obviously, he's funny, because that's why they hired him, you know?
Yeah.
To make a man feel a bit better. But yeah, what else did you watch?
Yeah, we watched. We just finished last night because we watched 3 episodes a night. It's a murder. It's called White House Farm. White House Farm. It's a really, really good. Like, how do I explain it? It's based on a real life murder that happened, or murders that happened in 1984, I think it was.
Okay.
But it's not like just a regular what you
Like,
call
it's
it.
not a documentary.
Yes, it's not a documentary. It's not one of those regular murder mystery things where it's like a documentary and people don't really know how it's solved, or they talk about how
Yeah.
they solved it or stuff like that. It's like a reenactment thing of it.
Mm.
And generally, a lot of those shows aren't good. They aren't.
They're
What
poor.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
What?
16. This is of 16 hours ago. That new evidence over this mystery phone call will set someone free. What the fuck? What the fuck is going? This happened like 3 weeks ago. This final episode of the show came out a year ago. So this like in February 12th. This isn't like it just came out and people are really. This is weird.
We might get season 2. By the sounds
Holy
of it.
shit, we might.
Or and a special episode.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway, sorry, but that's fucking weird. Back to the actual show itself. It is a reenactment, but it's done so well. It's shot beautifully. It's actually intense. What's really funny is like we watched the last episode, and the entire like last 10 minutes, our hearts were pounding. But we have to keep reminding ourselves this is real. This isn't like written. This isn't like
Yeah, this isn't a good like thriller,
yeah, this
like a
isn't
good
thriller
suspense
show.
film. This actually happened.
This actually happened. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely worth the watch. It's not an easy watch. No. Okay. There's definitely harder things to watch out there. I mean by like, and then like it's a bad thing. There's a lot of like insinuations of things in the thing that's a bit like tough to go through.
Graphic
and
and
it is
stuff.
not even graphic. It is just a tough. It's like it's not mental health and stuff like that.
It's a tough topic or something, is it?
It's pretty tough. Yeah. I can't say it's like it's
Yeah,
hard to watch.
yeah. It's not like
It's-
13 Reasons Why, like bathtub scene.
Yes.
But
Something like that.
yeah, and I think what makes it tougher to watch is that it's real, you know?
Mm.
Like, if this was just a film about a couple of murderers, whatever, it might not have the same impact. But the fact that you know this actually happened makes it, you know, all that, oh, fuck.
Yeah, and that was one of the main things we had to keep doing to ourselves as well. Was we couldn't admit that we enjoyed it because like you can't really
Yeah.
say you enjoyed watching it because it's real life people dying, but it was just this like random adrenaline rush that you were like, holy shit, what's gonna happen? But you could easily just look it up on Wikipedia to see what happens. You're like, no, I must watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to fucking close my window. One sec.
That's a random thing to bring up at the moment,
Alright.
but definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I might give it a watch. My parents are really into all that shit, so I might I'm sure they've watched it, to be honest. They watch all of that crime, you know, all those
Oh, yeah.
crime stuff. They fucking live for that shit.
Yeah.
um,
And in a regular movie, there's like I won't say anything because this is like it's been
Yeah.
a huge part. There's a few things that happen in the show where you're like, if it was written this way, if it was an actual written thing, you'd hate a bunch of the characters. Be like, oh, what the fuck's it written like this? What the hell? But I always like, what the fuck is wrong with him? Wait a minute, that's why he must have been like in real life.
yeah, exactly, yeah. It's not a big cast either, is it?
No, it's not that huge. But what I
bad
will
for
say,
itself.
Mark Addy, he played DS Stan Jones. He's brilliant.
Is he? Yeah.
Every single scene he's in, it's just like jaw drop. He's absolutely brilliant in it.
Mark Addy, is it?
Mark Addy, yeah, he's absolutely brilliant. He's been in a good few things, in fairness.
Yeah, he's just not big.
Yeah, he's not that big. He's been in a good few. You'll see his face and go, oh, he looks kind of familiar, but he's absolutely brilliant in this.
Might have to give it a watch.
Do him. If you say your parents are
Whoa.
are into that type of stuff.
Whoa. Might get you cancelled for that one.
What, calling your parents people?
You know, your people.
Oh yeah, because oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you kind of. That's grand. Cancel him. Cancel, bastard. uh,
It's like, talk about it. I just said, oh yeah.
like you can't say that. Nah, I'm messing. But yeah, might give it a watch. I enjoy those. I just kind of don't necessarily. It's kind of hard for me to watch them. Anything really, it's hard for me to get into something. Just because I kind of tell myself, and then when I get into it, I get so into it, you know. It's kind of like with the Irishman. By what you're telling me, it's kind of like the Irishman, that it kind of follows a real story, and you're kind of like, nah, there's no way, and then you're like, oh, maybe there is.
but way.
Yeah, like the Irishman. That's why I loved the Irishman. Like Irishman is in my top 5 films of all time, because it's so well done, and it's real. It's real. That's what makes it even better, and it's just really well done. If anyone wants a great movie or a great show, watch White House Farm or Irishman for some real crime stuff.
Yeah, it genuinely is.
Yeah, and the good thing about the Irishman is, okay, it's 3.5 hours long, right? So it's a hefty film to just sit down and watch, but you could literally like split it up into segments, and because it's such a it's not necessarily a jam-packed action film that you can, if you pause and you resume the next day, there's no you're not going to be lost, if that makes sense. Like you can easily pick it back up, so you can watch it like a TV show.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird though?
What?
That we can sit down and watch 10 episodes of a show, and that'll be like 5 hours without even skipping a beat. But when we say a film's 3 hours, we're like, oh, that's too long, I don't have time to watch that.
Yeah, this is something I'm always...
Isn't that weird?
It's something I'm always confused about, because you're dead right. Every time we sit down to watch a movie up here in Cork, we sit down and I was like, oh, this film, and then one of the first questions someone might ask after is it good might be, how long is it?
Yeah.
And if it's over and like an hour 30 minutes, people will say, oh, that's long. I'm like, it's not for me, because I grew up with like Steven Spielberg movies, the Harry Potter movies.
They're long.
It's like for me, for me 2.5 hours is like base. For me, 2.5 hours is a nice hour to watch that kills a good bit of time. I don't care. 2.5 hours is a nice length of time. But
yeah, usually when someone says like, watch a movie, I automatically think 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours.
And then when I see it's like an hour and a half, an hour 40, I'm like, it's a very short film. This must be like a rom-com or something.
Yeah, I always think it's going to be short.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but that's a really weird thing, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Because last night, how many fucking episodes? Because I'm watching Scrubs. Actually, we're watching Scrubs at the moment, but at different paces. How many did I watch? I just started season 3 yesterday. I think I watched 5 episodes, and each one is like...
It's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
22, yeah. I think I'm gonna say it's like 22 minutes, and it was like just nice, quick.
That's fine. That's an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, so it's 110 minutes pretty much if I add 2 in. So it's 100 minutes or 100, like that's an hour 40. But I didn't feel any of that. There's been some nights where I've watched 6.
An hour 40. That's a film. That's a film, but it doesn't feel like it, which is weird.
No, not at all. And like sometimes I watch even more, so I could watch like 130 minutes of it, which would be like it's over 2 hours, but I just don't feel it at all. But if you're sitting down and watch a movie, you'd have to pay attention to that the entire way through. Like how long is the upside?
I don't know. It's probably
scroll back.
It's probably a couple of.
It's 2 hours and 5 minutes.
2 hours.
And that it's not like it's not that I can't say I felt the 2 hours and 5 minutes, but
it's a different 2 hours.
Paying attention to it. Yeah, you're always paying attention to it.
Yeah, because it's like there's a difference between like okay, so 3 episodes is an hour of Scrubs. So if you watch 6 episodes of Scrubs, that's 2 hours.
Yeah.
But when you say 6 episodes of Scrubs, it's like, oh, that's not bad. You know, it's such a
Yeah.
weird. Like time is so weird, especially with like TV shows and movies. It's so strange, but it's also because you don't have to necessarily pay attention all the way through in like a Scrubs episode.
Yeah.
You know, like when I watch Scrubs, I'm obviously watching it, but I'm also playing like Homescapes. But I couldn't watch a film and play Homescapes, otherwise I'd be completely lost. Does that make sense?
You're playing Homescapes while watching Scrubs. That's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's so strange.
It is weird. Because we'd watch 3 episodes, because we watched 3 episodes of that White House Farm. They're 45 minutes long.
Yeah, that's I mean, you're pushing 3 hours there.
Yeah, it's just over, like, it's over 2 hours. And we just didn't feel it at all the first time.
At
Like, damn,
all,
that's
yeah.
3 episodes. We should just leave it there. We should just leave it there. But it's 3 episodes of a thing. But even that, like, okay, you can say, like, about Scrubs, watch 6 episodes of Scrubs. It's a comedy thing. It's lighthearted. Kind of lighthearted. There's a lot of emotion in it. But, like, again, you don't have to pay attention the whole time to it.
Yeah.
With White House Farm, you do, but it's still 2 hours. But it just doesn't feel it.
Yeah, because you know when it ends, it's kind of like starting again.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily you're continuing on, you know? Like if there was a way of watching a TV show, like let's say you're going to watch 3 episodes and you put it into Netflix, I'm watching 3 episodes. So they cut out the part where you have to like move on to the next episode. So like let's say it ends on a cliffhanger, it kind of just like ends the scene and starts the next episode straight away. Then it would feel like a film, which then would make it feel like a film and long. So it's the fact that you have to it stops and then there's like the next episode is coming up, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. So weird to think. And what's even weirder is that you could sit down and play a video game for about 5 hours.
Oh yeah.
Not give a shit about it.
Yeah, you could sit there and it wouldn't feel like 5 hours either.
No, and it's like, this is the thing. How like, hang on now. That's 300 minutes, isn't it? 5 hours.
5 hours, 5 by 6, yeah.
So that's 300 minutes, and so I divided by 20, and that's 15 episodes of Scrubs.
15 episodes of Scrubs or 15 games of Warzone. I mean, 20 minutes for a Warzone game. 30, like 30 to 40 if you win.
Yeah, so you'd be pushing around that area. Like, if I was to sit down and say, oh, I watched 15 episodes of any show, no matter what it is, if it's Scrubs, if it's an anime, if it's like a longer show, you'd think I'm fucking mental or depressed because I sit there for 15 episodes watching the same show.
Yeah.
But if I sat down and went, oh yeah, I play, like 15, 16 games of Warzone last year, like, okay, that's cool, it's Call of Duty, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Each
like
one is different.
if you go, I watched
Oh.
15 episodes of Scrubs, everyone would be like, dude, slow down. But if you said I play 5 hours of Xbox, they'd be, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or if you said I watched like The Upside and I don't know, Endgame,
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, nice. 2 films. But the fact that it's 15 episodes, everyone would be like, yo, what are you on?
Yeah, it's so weird.
It is.
Or
And
like,
it's
oh
the
my God,
exact
you
same
really
time.
watch that.
Yeah.
The exact same.
Yeah, it's the exact same time. It's such a... that's something I've never understood. It's such a weird concept to me.
Yeah.
That, like, it's the same amount of time, but it's perceived as different. It's so weird.
Yeah, that's why if anyone ever says like, "Oh, I watched these," I'm like, "God, really?" I'm always like, "Cool, was it good?" I never pay attention to how long it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 2 hours. Like, you can watch The Upside or drive to Dublin.
Yeah,
Like, and that's so weird, because when you're in the car to drive to Dublin, it's like, 2 hours. But when
If
you
you're
watch
Tesla,
The
you can
Upside,
do
it's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can do both if you're on the passenger. I mean, if you're driving, you probably shouldn't be doing both.
you can self-driving, you can do it.
Just get a Tesla, do it for you.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you have a Tesla, you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a weird. Time is so weird. Time is such a weird concept.
God, we got pretty deep in this.
Yeah. I mean, we had to milk time somehow.
I was
Time.
about to say,
Time.
yeah. Time.
It
Time's
all
so
comes
weird.
down to time.
Everything goes back. Yeah, we've made a full circle of this now. We've come back to have that time waste.
Yeah. Man, what a weird episode.
This was pretty weird. It feels weird to have to end it around this time because, like, genuinely, and we're happy. Like, okay, the only thing that's coming out soon at some point is Falcon and Winter Soldier. But
And
again,
yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier next week. Also next week is Justice League. Godzilla at the end of the month. Yeah, like there's not much else.
there's not much else. There hasn't been any great reveals. A few people might think something is a great reveal, but it's not. Again, it goes back to what we said before. They're all like kind of like B movie or B listed TV series, stuff like that. They're not the greatest things in the world. They're just kind of there.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what we get for last episode. I'm about to say season again. It's that close.
Yeah, that's what we get
That's what
for
we get.
saying, thank God no more WandaVision.
Yeah.
Man, we
That's
wish
what we
we had
get for this.
WandaVision.
Yeah. Now we. Did you say WandaVision?
WandaVision. It's the
Okay.
German version.
One. You're not that. That'd just be WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Right?
Yeah, kind of. At this point, I kind of wish we would have done Wanda spoiler review this week.
Yeah. I didn't think it'd be this quiet. I thought again that like some people might release a few things, just be like, here, something's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, WandaVision took over everything.
It still has.
It still is. And then Winter Soldier's going to take over for the next 9 weeks or whatever, however long it's going to run for.
Yeah.
So you'd expect, okay, I have a TV show coming out or something. I'm going to release a trailer during the week where nothing is happening and people's attention is awaiting, you know? That's what I would have done.
Well, like, and that's
I mean,
obviously
why
the
I
other
don't work
side
for
of it.
them, I guess.
Yeah. This is obviously the other side of it as well, where it's like, oh, I could release this thing now, but people will be thinking too much about the superhero things. But at the same time, for people who don't want to watch superhero things, which is still a large amount of people, give them something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than, again, just these kind of B-listed things. Give us something big. Actually, there is one thing in the works at the moment that I'm terrified of.
What's that?
That's the possibility of a Harry Potter series.
Oh, TV show.
TV show, yeah. That's something that's going to
With-
terrify me.
Like with Harry Potter? Like Daniel Radcliffe? Or...
No, I say it's... You know the way that the whole Hogwarts Legacy game is titled as a Harry Potter game where it's not Harry Potter in it or Harry Potter universe. It's just... I assume it's going to be something completely new and different, but I'm just terrified of it because... If Hogwarts is there again, or if it's just not that great of characters, or they just try to rehash the same thing of a group of friends trying to figure out how to defeat a big enemy or something like that, I'll be worried. But if they do something completely different, it'll be good. But I'm just so scared about what this is going to be. This is going to be, what's her name? J.K. Rowling trying to get another paycheck out of people.
Yeah, do you know what they should do?
What?
And this is a show we've talked about a million times.
Okay.
About Harry Potter and something that we all want to see. I'm pretty sure all of us want to see. I want to see give me 7 films or like 7 seasons of like in the same time period that Harry Potter is occurring, and just have an R-rated
Oh no!
have an R-rated TV show based on the characters that aren't Harry Potter. You never see Harry Potter, you never see Hermione, you never see Ron. You just hear about the things that are happening to, like, you know, okay, so I know what time period we're on, right? But just have an R-rated film of people following that story. That would be amazing.
All you want is just the magical in-betweeners.
Pretty much.
That's what you want.
Pretty much. Give me, you know, like 2 kids in like Ravenclaw or 2 kids in Slytherin or something. Just something to just follow this film and just have honest reviews of like just all rated and just be like, there's a troll in the bathroom. It's like, fuck this.
Oh yeah, I would love a comedy thing. I would love something like that.
That would be
Maybe
brilliant.
not R-rated, but definitely something that they just don't give a shit and they like would curse and swear. Just something completely out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. That
Like
would
we said,
be.
we said a very
peak.
similar thing with the stormtroopers, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Very similar thing with Stormtroopers, to just have a comedy thing, just following the same. You can stick to the same, like time period, for comedy, relief or whatever, but just follow them. Stormtroopers going into battle on the Death Star or something, or something, and it'll just be great fun.
Yeah.
It'd be something very different. Very,
Yeah.
very different.
Yeah, the other Harry Potter thing we kind of said we wouldn't mind seeing at some point is like, because we always hear of the word Auror, which is like the Death Eater hunters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we've discussed when we initially knew that one of Harry Potter projects was going to come into the works. One of the ones that we came up with was like following a group of them actually hunting them, like after the events of the Battle of Hogwarts, so hunting down the remaining groups of, because it obviously still has to be there. And I would just love something like that, because you can keep it nice and gritty if you wanted to. You can make it lighthearted if you wanted as well, but it would probably work better as a bit grittier. You could have it a bit more grown up and adulty, which I think is where that should go, because that's where the entire franchise has been going, was getting older and older.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you want to get new people in, stuff like that. So, but you can still do that with nice special effects. But also, it would give us like a whole other side to the Wizarding World than just the schools. Or just, that's what they try doing in Fantastic Beasts, but it's just not that great.
Like Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them, that one was good.
Yeah, let's watch.
That was good, and then Crimes of Grindelwald was okay. It was a good watch. Like you watch it, and you're like, okay, that was fun for the magic and stuff, but it wasn't great.
You watch it for Jude Law and Johnny Depp.
Yeah, and now Johnny Depp is gone, so why would you watch the third one?
So you watch it for Jude Law.
Yeah.
And Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah. I mean, they're good. They kind of fill the void of not having Harry Potter, but they're not like Harry Potter. But yeah, I think that's it. I mean,
yeah, we've actually managed to squeeze this a little longer than I thought we would.
An hour 20 is not bad. Not bad.
An hour 20 is pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's practically an episode, really.
Practically we're 10 minutes under, but you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
We went overtime last time, so this makes up for it.
It makes up for it. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Oh God.
I mean,
So
they could be
close.
watching on YouTube.
If you were staring at a blank screen, not a blank screen, a square with the words on it for an hour 20 minutes, see the sunlight. But bring us with you.
They might be outside.
But
yeah, thanks for
pay
listening.
attention to the world.
Thanks for listening, and make sure to
thank
follow
you for
us
listening.
on, Instagram, Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and
Yes.
you can
And
listen
keep an eye
to
on
us on
Instagram.
iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify. Yeah.
And keep an eye on Instagram. That's why we'll actually start doing some of these reviews like we're doing today, but in text form.
Yeah, in text form, or maybe we'd have a small 1 minute quick review or something. We'll see.
We'll try. We'll
see how
see
it
what we
works.
can do.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.